Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Welcome to the PoE2 Waiting Room. I think we're going to be playing her. She's a level 40 thief. We're going to be doing some leveling. With a low impact stream. Lazy old streamer being lazy and old and streaming. Hey, Vorp. Friday's going to be busy, though.
Seize the moment.
Interested in something specific?
This is a first birthday gift for this character. It would have arrived... I probably haven't played her for a couple of months. She's a year old. They grow up so fast.
Mine. All mine.
Right. And that stuff goes away. So that.
May the stars guide you.
Open that up. We'll throw away our mini Queen Jenna because we've already got that. Busy waiting for the PoE servers to not keep crashing. Well, they've actually talked about that. That they basically... They have capacity that they're testing and everything for. Implies they could handle up to 1 million. They don't expect 1 million.
It's a pleasure.
So we'll see, as they say. We have our celebration bonus. We do, but it only has 18 and more hours on it. And the daily. Login, break an enemy's defiance bar, create an item with the Mystic Forge. Do that right now. Defeat 10 enemies in the Janther region. I can't do that anywhere.
Watch yourself, Cub.
I mean, guess I can get to Janther and immediately get exterminated by the first mob I run into. That would be entertaining.
What?
But what I can do is throw 4 greens in and create an item in the Mystic Forge. Victory is mine. Another 10 Astral Acclaim. Quiet down there. They even talked about how they've realized that basically the area maps, sort of level-based area maps in PoE2, that they've kind of prepped for what they expect, which is basically you're going to get everybody in that first, few areas, and then most of the people are going to move into the second area, and it's going to just sort of keep marching like that. To my mind, it's gonna smear pretty quick, as I think a lot of people are going to go a lot slower than they're thinking they're going to go. All right, let us see which maps we've already got completed. Normally, when I am doing leveling, I like to do it via map completion. So we've got Wayfarers done. We've got Queensdale done. That looks like the only maps we've done so far. I think probably the best one to do then will be Fields of Ruin. It's a 30 to 40 map. And you get there from Divinity's Reach. Who doesn't like a bit of smearing? Exactly. The heat map of the players shall become, in essence, smeared. Also, historically, they do have a queue on league start, so my assumption is they'll have a queue. I don't know if they brought any more regional servers online. So, for instance, for me, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if my local one is Los Angeles or the Bay Area. I think there's one in Texas. I think there's one in Chicago. We have made it to the Fields of Ruin. I'm currently wielding axe and dagger. I've not done much with the axe. Alternately, the inescapable pistol, because that's always good. My understanding is axe is supposed to be pretty good, so. Let's go this way. I bonked. Of course I did. I bonked. I'm gonna grab this line. Right around. And now we'll just start running some heart, doing some heart stuffs, you know, the way you do.
Back, boss. It's about to get loud. Go on ahead. I'll give us some cover.
Veteran suspicious. Oh, a champion separatist leader. I'm pretty sure I don't want to get involved with a champion as he kicked my ass. I don't think I've ever
Don't
seen
let
this
them get
before.
away.
Well, I would definitely get in their way, except they'd kill me, and I don't want to be dead. It's one of my little quirks. I prefer being alive to being dead. You know. I mean, I'm not a fanatic about it.
A new place to explore. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Totally can wait, actually. Good ranged attack on that, I have to say. I don't have to say, I choose to say.
I need some help!
Pretty nice. I like that skill. Basically, you throw axes and they sort of spin around at your target location. Then you leap to the location and the axes all come flying back in.
Feel the fury.
Go like that, go like that, boom. Kind of like it. Doesn't seem to be incredibly intensive in terms
Feel
of,
the fury.
Attack! Yes!
the initiative points. Yeah, that works pretty well. I'm going to go out on a limb and say,
Feel the fury.
Another level. Dun, 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 dun. Ding 41. I think 45 is when we get the next mastery line opened up. Oh, a new hat? Oh, a new hat. Means new random dies, as is the rule around here. Anytime a leveling character gets a new item of attire that he wears, good enough to replace the old one, it's new dies all around.
Ready for the next one.
And here come the new dies. Here we go. Also, our hat, definitely spiffier than the previous one, although it's one of those that has the sort of the back hood, so it doesn't have to worry about hair. Always disappointing. The new dies are... Wow. Well, I'm a thief. They'll never see me coming because they'll be blinded. We've got Acrid, Springtide, Highlands, and Honey Ice. Yeah, I'm saving up points. Oh, I have been putting points into Deadly Arts, which presumably is the one I'll be equipping next. So we want to put points into Deadly Arts. Next up, a hero point. And Angry Chickens. I don't remember what the Angry Chickens are all about. I think it's an
Things
achieve
are going
you
to
do
get
over
worse
there.
before they get better around here. Tensions are high.
How can I help? I'm willing to fight you.
There's much I can teach you.
Yeah, so you'd have me think.
Feel the fury. Hurts, doesn't it?
Or I prefer to call it a hurts donut.
You have seen battle. I can tell by the boldness of your attack. Well done.
Yes, my attacks are enormously bold. I have enormously bold attacks. Now, let's grab the Vista over here. So my plan for tomorrow has been upset by reality. Don't you hate it when reality upsets your plans? My plan had been to stream Marvel Rivals, even though I expect I will not be particularly proficient at an Overwatch alike. But the start time is 26 hours from now. And that is not especially conducive to my streaming schedule. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. Maybe start late and play a little, maybe GW2, and then when the servers go live, watch them melt into slag in real time. Or just do a regular stream of whatever, probably Guild Wars 2, and then afterwards do some play on my own. I don't know how long I would be sticking with it. I don't expect I'll be very good at it. My first-person shooter skills are nowhere near as good as they used to be, and they were never great to begin with. Separatist bombers, huh? Oh, he's invulnerable, is he? Fine, then. I'll just shoot these guys.
Time to do some real damage.
Just rage at your team and voice that they all suck. It's fairly easy. Well, I mean, in my experience, that is the content of most PvP games. You know, or maybe play a healer and try to just play them as if they're a DPS. That seems like that would be fun.
Time to do some real damage.
Although they don't have healers, they have strategists who are healers. They have vanguards who are definitely not tanks, but are
And
actually
that's
tanks.
how amazing I am.
And duelists who are DPS. I think that's it.
Ready for the next one.
I think those are the flavors. They thought they were getting away. I
Give
don't
up.
think
Fight
so.
for your land. Fight for your ancestors.
It's the Mad Bombardier.
Feel the fury.
Kicked his ass. And the bombers. Separatists. Missing one somewhere.
That's the last
Oh,
of
got
them.
him. Victory's ours.
Thank the gods. It's a sad thing to have to fight your own people. I think I knew one of them.
It's a sad thing that you have to fight your own people. So where are we going for lunch? Let's see what else we got. We got the central POI, and I think that's it. Yep. And then I usually head over there. But Friday, I expect to be starting early. Probably start streaming at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time, as that is the predicted start time for the early access to PoE2. Which I have paid to have access to, because of course I have. I do have my concerns about the game. We'll see if they come to pass or not.
Time to do some real damage.
Concerns are sort of twofold. One is, in the past, in PoE 1, you could always death march mobs, bosses. Now, the bosses would kill you, you'd go in, and all the damage you had already done to them was still on them. That's not the case here. Which means that the bosses turn into blockers. That's a bit concerning for me. Because, you know, going to fight the Act 5 PoE boss of Kitava and dying 8 or 10 times to finish him, I can at least keep playing. And then maybe the next league I die 5 or 6 times to him. Time after that it's 2 or 3, and finally I don't die. I only die occasionally to Kitava through a misplay of mine. You won't be able to do that
Time
with
to do some
PoE2.
real damage.
Bosses, in essence, reset if you die. Which means blockers are possible. I was watching a streamer who had an opportunity to play previously, who got stuck on a couple bosses. I think it said 3 or 4 hours for the 2 bosses. I think the not allowing the death marching is a really unwise choice. Because previously, you know, if you had troubles with a boss, he'd kill you, and he'd kill you, and he'd kill you, but, you know, it didn't stop the game. Sounds like these would stop the game. And the other is somewhat related. To get your ascendancy, if you're not familiar with PoE, you pick an initial class, and you get to a certain point, you'll have some content you do, and that will open up an ascendancy class, which in this game will be your choice of 2 sort of subclasses with a very small tree to choose abilities from, but those abilities are very, very impactful. And historically,
Feel the fury.
it was done with a labyrinth, a piece of content which I think is genius, but after you've done it for any number of leagues in a row, it becomes really tedious. So I'm not against them replacing it. Now, you know, 2 of the 3 mechanics that are replacing it. We don't know the 3rd one yet, and that may negate my issues with it. But each of the currently existing ways of gaining ascension involve previous league mechanics. One of them is the ultimatum mechanic, which is one I do not like. Now, my biggest problem with it is it's in a small circular area in PoE. It's now in a larger area, and my problem is in PoE 1, the amount of area you had to fight off this constant chain of mobs with such a visual spam, you couldn't see the non-mob hazards you have to avoid to succeed in ultimatum. So that one may not be a problem. Not my favorite league by any means. Don't like it at all. But at least it's still playing Path of Exile. The other one is a league mechanic called Sanctum. And unlike Ultimatum, Sanctum is not like playing PoE. It's like playing Hades or another roguelite. And the skills and builds that you have played in PoE are not necessarily going to be of any real assistance in playing the Sanctum league. Because it plays more like a...
Bam!
Like, let's say... Oh, because I just did. Like Hades. And some... to sort of lend credence
Time
to
to do
my
some real
problem,
damage.
that having this as one of the methods for getting ascension, which is vital to moving up. Is the fact that when Sanctum League was running, and after when it was a league mechanic that had been put in the main part of the game. Now, in PoE, you can skip any league mechanic that you're not actually playing. But people would make builds specifically to run Sanctum. Because a lot of builds were really terrible at Sanctum. Now imagine you're playing a build in PoE2 that's terrible at Sanctum, and all of a sudden,
My task
you've
here
got no
is
choice.
done.
You've got to play Sanctum. For instance, in PoE, primarily PoE streamer Safarian's chat the other day, and I mentioned my problems with it, and he said he's planning on playing a melee
Time to
build.
do some real damage.
And like the chat was a melee for Sanctum League. That's not a great choice. And so if the players, that's a new aqua breather. Can't use maces. Gloves are not as good. Chest is not as good. If the players are telling a streamer he's made a bad choice because he's playing melee for having to deal with... That's a yellow? Is a yellow. I'll hold on to that, I think. He's making a mistake because that particular league mechanic is very hostile to melee. Well, what does that say about the players who are going to be playing melee in 2 days' time? That they may have chosen poorly? That melee is going to have a much harder time getting its ascendancies done? Now, maybe they've made enough changes to Sanctum that it won't really be a problem. But right now, it seems like a great big fat problem to me. It's just a bad choice because it's a game mode that isn't congruent with the rest of the game. It plays under completely different rules. You build your character well for Path of Exile 2 or 1, and maybe it doesn't help you at all. just think it's just a terrible choice, but we'll see. I may be, in both cases, I may be worried about nothing. I think it's nothing. Those are the two big problems that I've seen. And they have commented that PoE2 is more difficult. And not as a matter of intent. Their intent was to make combat more challenging, more interesting. Not necessarily more challenging, more interesting. And as a side effect of that, the game became more difficult. I'm not sure that's a good idea, especially in the first few maps of the game, which historically is where they lose a ridiculous percentage of players who try the game and bail early. Because the early game experience, well, I've described it as no other game I've ever played is so new player hostile, actively hostile to new players. Have some scrap metal. Builds character. No, nothing's going on over there. No, it's more char scrap metal. I mean, we'll see. They spent a decent chunk of time, and despite their protestations to the contrary, an enormous amount of dev time, I expect, on a mode in PoE1 called Ruthless that very, very few people play. Because they have several of their primary developers who are, in essence, difficulty fetishists. They think the game needs to be much, much more difficult. And that's what they did with Ruthless, and players, overwhelmingly, don't like it. They made it more difficult. They made the loot much weaker and much less of it. And so Ruthless mode, which a lot of people felt at the time was, hey, they're prepping PoE2 to be like this. And I assume that if that was true, they reversed their course when they saw how vastly unpopular it was with the existing player base. Now, of course, it's their game. They can do whatever they like with their game. But it isn't actually their game anymore. The game is not owned by them. Owned, I believe, by Tencent. As long as they're making money, they can run it however they want. But if they stop making money.
New prey!
Endurance running low.
But if they think that
This is new.
Making everything much more difficult and slower paced and everything in Ruthless was a good choice going forward for PoE2, well, I think they've learned better. My understanding is PoE2 will start slowly, but eventually will come to what is sometimes referred to as zoom levels. Approximately that of PoE1. I'm not sure I believe that. We'll see. Because in PoE1 you could build stupidly fast builds.
What are you doing here? Stay away from my pets and my people!
The chief is pretty big and ugly. So we're not going to mess with him. We're just going to get his POI and leave him be. Ogres gotta do things for themselves. But we do know that to some degree they have listened in development to things people have told them. For instance, adding WASD movement. Historically, most ARPGs are purely left-click to move. There's anything else back there, so I won't go back there. Well, so they've added the WASD movement, and that has become a favorite of a number of the developers. It has been one of the sort of signal things about the mercenary development, how much better it was, when basically you can play it like a two-stick. Now, I'm sadly one of the world's worst two-stick players, so I'm not sure WASD is a good choice for me. For instance, while I hugely admired Hades, it's a brilliant game. I played it for a bit on when I had a free month of Game Pass. And I wasn't good at it at all. I'm just not good at a two-stick. You know, in the past, there was a time
Time to do some real damage.
where, due to my elite Sega Genesis skills, I probably would have been a perfectly okay two-stick player. That was long, long ago.
We'll never lay down our swords.
Why not?
Shoulders I can't wear. Did I miss any hearts in this area? No, but we do have a waypoint over yonder. Let's roll there. Pick me up. Whee! Got that vista as well. We did miss a heart there. That's the other Ogreville. I think my dodge was in time. But the servers did not agree.
Feel the fury.
Like the fury. Not sure if they're feeling the fury. They're feeling some bullets. I'm gonna sabotage their supplies. I'm not sure what you can do to sabotage their supplies. My impression's always been they'll eat just about it. I should talk. Right now, we're just murdering ogres. I'm sure they started it, because, you know, we're humans. We couldn't have started it. Right? Who will take care of... Ugh. Your sick mom? Your pet? Your kids? The soup you left on the oven? He's a veteran. He's going to take a bit more shoot.
Too strong.
That's right, I am too strong. We've been doing a lot of killing. Let's do a little healing. Oh, I was going to heal this guy, but unfortunately.
Feel the fury.
Another ogre. Sorry, dude. Heart's complete. There'll be no resin for you. Bad luck. That's all. Just bad luck. Ooh, mist level. We did. Yeah, get everything there. Waypoint. Another POI. Most of the time when I do this map, this little area here is not controlled by the humans, it's controlled by the ogres who overrun it. Another, yeah, waypoint, and I think a POI back here? Yeah. We are already 49% done with the Fields of Ruin in 36 minutes. The rest is going to take a bit longer than that. First half of Fields of Ruin is pretty quick. This is a good map to actually level up on. One of the little known facts about the game is the fastest way of leveling through playing. Fastest way of leveling is to use a boost or use the training books. But the fastest way through playing comes from killing mobs, specifically mobs when no one's been around killing them. Because over time, the longer a mob is not killed, the more XP it grants, and by more, way more. For instance, these have been gone too long because they were worth a base of like 165 and an extra 165 bonus. That was worth 391 bonus. I think the multiplier goes up to 5, maybe 4. So in fact, the best way of leveling
Time to do some real damage.
quickly is finding a place where most players never go and just killing them.
Progress makes perfect.
That one had
doesn't
no
it?
bonus XP. It just spawned. But that's another level for me. I'm level 43 now. Except one. Should be a whole set. Don't cheap out on us like that, A-Net.
All shiny.
Suspicious bush. Hey, a wolf. And again, it spawned when I poked the bush, so no extra XP for that one. But that's the fastest. It's also maybe the least interesting way of leveling. It's going to a map where most players never go, and especially killing the yellow mobs. Very few players actually actively kill yellow mobs. Mostly they just kill the hostile mobs. Reds. Oh, zucchini. Pardon me. Zucchini break. Small bonus on that one. Someone has been coming through here, killing the yellow difficulty or the yellow non-hostile mobs. Also, this is a case where they don't actually move the heart participation up any, so...
Feel the fury.
That one had 173 XP and 350 XP as a bonus because that one too, because it hadn't been killed in so long. That's what I was talking about. Finding mobs in obscure places and murdering them is about the fastest way of leveling up by playing the game.
You'll be
As
feeling
opposed
that
to
one for
using
days.
one of the multiple ways of doing so without playing the game. Did we finish this heart? We did. Let's head back and sell all the crap in our bags. What do we got? Brand new shoulders that are better than what I'm using. New dies, everyone. New dies.
May the gods protect you.
All the junk in our trunk. That one we throw away. Go ahead and eat that. Get it out of our inventory because our inventory is more valuable. We are 43, 2 more levels. Got 16 points. More levels. I'm not sure we get enough hero points to finish off the entire line. That'll be fine. We'll be able to equip it when we hit 45 and get access to our second mastery line. There's a critter over here, but I think it's either a champion or an event or both. No, it's not. I thought it was. How much further away is it? It's quite a ways away. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just fly that way just and see what it is. Going the length of the map. I admit a pooping sound. That is a legendary bloodstone crazed critter. Yeah, if there were 8 or 10 people on it, I'd be joining them. There are, in fact, 0. I'll not be joining them. As legendary critters. Tough. Very tough. Sentinel Gristletooth. I don't really understand how you can have a Gristletooth. I don't think it makes much sense. Because gristle is not tooth. Teeth don't really have gristle.
Rat sighted! To arms!
Oh, we've got an event. Always possible.
You'll be feeling that one for days.
To double dip. You get the XP for the event, and you get the heart progress for killing the mobs in the event. What's he doing? Bonfire. Am I supposed to light it? I'm gonna light. There's not enough wood to support it. More wood needs to be found. Okay, wood. Don't see any wood anywhere. Don't see any mobs that might be dropping any wood. Oh, there's probably the mount is carrying wood. Yes, the thing that is clearly labeled wood carrier. That might be it.
Hurry, light the pyre!
We're working on it. I'm grabbing wood from the wood carrier. I'm carrying it.
That thing is huge.
That's what she said. Oh, it's a champion again.
For the legions.
It's just me
Attack!
and my friends. I'm gonna die so hard here.
Feel the fury.
I've done 5%. It's aggroed on me. This is what I was talking about dying so hard. Yeah. The other player who was in the area decided that he wanted no part of this. Obviously, the wiser of the two of us, I will now successfully run away. You know, you gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them.
Time to do some real
When to
damage.
walk away and when to run. That was run.
Feel the fury.
I want to kill steal the guy. The other player who's in the area. Like things pretty quickly. Pistol, pistol, thief. Does a lot of single target. And if you like the boom boom sound, he makes lots of those. If you don't like the boom boom sound, you could get the whip sound of the crossbows instead, if you prefer. In which case you'd be going.
Battle awaits.
Battle awaits. Yeah, the champion branded Griffin is sitting there at 90%, and all of the NPCs are dead. Sentinel Bristlетooth did something for me. Waved at me, not sure. Alright, waiting for respawns. Respawns for the mobs. Come on, guys. Just gotta murder you a little. You know, a little bit more. That'd be fine. There's Sentinel Bristlетooth. There's a champion branded fish in there. Another champion that I want nothing to do with. I've never quite been knowledgeable or talented enough when it comes to killing champions. I've occasionally managed it, not very often. In this particular case, I'm leveling up. The build's not done. I'm using indeterminate quality gear for the most part. So that would make a champion even tougher.
Well played.
I will res you, my friend. You fought bravely. We have triumphed over evil, you and I. Many years ago, when City of Heroes first came out, I formed a supergroup for myself and my friends. We were the Praetorians before the Praetorians were actually a faction in the game. And you were allowed to give your supergroup a motto. And ours was find evil, thwart it, Hager. Turn in, I think it's over. It's down here even further. Lots of branded. I think I did miss it though. I hate that so freaking much. They gave us the F1 button so that we can choose to not get yoinked by, what are they called? The ley lines. Now, if they added 2 more buttons, say an F2 and an F3, so that updrafts and wall clinging could be disabled, and that would be perfect. They haven't. It's not. The updraft is less annoying. The wall clinging behavior being always on is incredibly obnoxious. Because half the time it kicks in and you suddenly your mount is clinging to a wall when you thought there was no chance at all that you would cling to that. So instead of finishing your flight, you're suddenly stuck to the wall. We have another hero point over here. It's a pile of stones. Fight the hero. Hero challenge. I'm going to commune with this place. I feel stronger. Smarter. Better than I was.
Time to do some real damage.
Feel the fury.
Give me elemental. It's a little strange that my bullets kill a creature of pure lightning, although the lead is grounding them. I don't know. Is lead even conductive? I don't even know. I shot that air, and I showed it what for. No, showed it what for. Pardon me. Oh, that one didn't even spawn a spark.
Feel the fury.
Pistol might be an improvement. And another level. We're 44. Got one of the dailies complete for breaking an enemy defiance bar. Nice. Slap that there. It is a significant improvement. Alrighty. Damage is good. Quote me on that. One more level and we'll get access to our second mastery. I believe I have a yawn coming. Pardon me. I'm so rude. Sentinel Miner is still alive. Nope, we're not interested. There's no heart here. Sorry, if there's no heart, we're just not interested. We've got better things to do with our time. I hate to be the one who has to break the news to you, but you guys, good luck. Rooting for you. Go team. Event was successful. The giant branded griffin. Somebody eventually killed the one that I did like 10% of the damage to. A better player than me, or certainly, at the very least, one with more stick-to-itiveness. Not that that would necessarily require a whole lot. Gotta say, stick-to-itiveness, not one of my most active virtues.
They attacked us even here? I'll have to alert the commanders of this. Enough delays, let's go.
Let's go.
Ready for the next one.
Royal Messenger Laren. Ro Laren? Sorry, wrong IP. I don't think there are any more shooters.
There's Summit Peak.
Yeah.
Thank the gods we made it.
I
Excuse
didn't
me,
get
I
any
have to
credit for
deliver
that.
this
I only
message.
rezzed a couple of the deadies. I didn't actually kill any of the bad ones. I'm sad. I was sad. Alright, I'm going to take it out by murdering nature's assholes, the wasps. Stomp on their nests.
Feel the fury.
Shoot bullets. I'm obviously in a really good shot because shooting a wasp out of midair, that's pretty badass. That is Betty to Brent, who has followed. You get my spiel. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Good evening and thanks. Pardon me? Gotta shoot the wasps. Now, I understand why they're angry and I'm stomping on their nests, but that doesn't change the fact that they
Feel the
are
fury.
nature's assholes. I don't even remember what we have waiting for us in the master. That one inside of 10 minutes. Crits, I think. And of course, I like big crits and I cannot lie.
Feel the fury.
Stomp on that, finish off another wasp or two, and heart's complete. Grab a waypoint up here. Continue our way out. 65, 2/3 of the way. 77% done with the Fields of Ruin in 59 minutes and 40 seconds. Pardon me. Are you guys having a meeting or something? Another heart over here. Grab the POI and then run around to the outside. Killing separatists. Fixing mortars and resetting mines, I think. Reloading, technically. A couple of us reloading these exploded mines, presumably because now there's two of us loading them. They'll double explode. fix this broken Char mortar. There's a big peace meeting between the Char and the humans as we continue to try and make a lasting peace, forge a lasting peace between our people. Sadly, there are Char who don't like it. There are human separatists who don't like it.
Time to do some real damage.
So both sides have some people who are not too keen on it. That's a suspicious rat. Trained for reconnaissance. Sure, I've looked it up in the past as to what the hell that next story is, but I don't. Quiet down there. My stomach is talking to me, and I'm thankful that, given the fact that it was chilly for dinner tonight, that it's only the stomach that's talking to me. Art complete. We are 83% done. Now, this is one of the smaller maps, which is one of the reasons I like to do it while leveling. The 30 to 40 map, and I came here at a little over level 40. That just speeds up the completion a bit. You're still getting good XP. Let's see, anything there? Doesn't appear to be. So I've probably done this map 40 times to completion. Something like that. Heart. We have another waypoint over here. Oop, there it is. This is the Griffin Feathers. Is the event that's going on. Well then, I'll just have to kill some griffins. Some Griffin Feathers, you know. I do believe that the thief has a pretty straightforward leveling strategy with pistol. Especially once you get penetrating shots, so your shots can hit anything that's lined up, straight line. A little careful play, and your shots stop being single target.
Wheels keep turning.
This should be
multiple
just
target.
enough. If you have more feathers, I'll take them, but I can't wait much longer.
No, you've got all the feathers I've got. Don't sweat it. We're good. Alright, this area, I don't believe these caves over here actually have any POIs or waypoints or hearts. Should get the completion on that. Yeah, in a minute. In a minute. Right, griffins and harpies. Hero point up here. Actually, rather difficult. Harpies have. Matriarch, take you! Alright.
Let's see how you fare against this clutch.
I didn't even press the button. Complete. We are 88% done. How now, downed brown cow? Damn it. Screwed up the joke delivery. Hate it when
Time to do some real damage.
It's level 45. Now, we'll prove that we're really pretty genuinely awful people. We're going to kill their eggs. And these are speaking creatures, okay? Granted, they're
Feel the fury.
terribly hostile. Kind of gross. But they are speaking, thinking creatures, and we're destroying their eggs. Die, groundling! Almost there. A couple more shooties.
Feel the fury.
I don't know where that one went. Teleportation. Do they really need that if they can fly? Right, that is heart. That we are now 90% done with that. Is that like... I've never seen that gold. Is that a JP up here that I'm completely unaware of? That's possible. JP, if you're not a Guild War 2 player, is a jumping puzzle. Not that way, it's not. Okay.
This'll be fun.
I guess you come at it from this direction. Huh. Not a JP. I don't like a JP, though. Anyway, we have hit the appropriate level. We have more hero points. We can finish out Deadly Arts. On the nose. We have a new specialization slot here, so we already have critical strikes, so this is Deadly Arts. The reason we have critical strikes is yeah, there's the pistol and harpoon attacks now gain pierce. They do less damage, but if you're hitting two things at once, you're doing way more damage. Alright, let's see. Gain bonus power, which is increased when wielding a dagger. That's nice with the axe dagger. Deal damage and drain life when stealing. Inflict poison when striking with dual wield attack. Like, say, pistols? Apply Vuln when you steal. Immobilize foe, poisons them. Striking foe beneath the health, immobilizes them. Gain power, gain extra power while you're revealed. Okay. Mostly reveal. Shoot. Potent poison. Poisons you inflict increased damage and duration. Other deadly arts traits apply additional stacks of poison. Stolen skills twice. Deal increased strike damage when your target is below the health threshold. We'll go with those. And at level 75, I think? Nope, 71. We get the next afterlife. Got that. To grab the waypoint over here, which will get us to probably 92 or 93%. More things to grab, and we finished out the map. 91. What do we need? We have 2 hearts, 1 waypoint, 2 POIs. There's one of the POIs. It's inside a cave. We have all of the hero points. We do. It's the, yeah, it's the Char one. That's right. We're gonna murder a bunch of Char renegades.
Feel the fury.
I'm moving with this person, making sure that they get hits before I hit things. Because when I hit things, they die really fast. So right there, shots were piercing, hitting the mortar and the bad guy. I let him get his shot off, then I get my shots off. We kill fast, and he gets hit support, just like I do. We're both getting progress on the heart. I don't think any game is quite as friendly to helping out other people as GW2.
Feel the fury.
And he and I are both benefiting. You know, whether it's rezzing other players or doing this sort of thing, where you happen to be in the same place, if you're careful, you make sure you get tags on mobs. You get them. It's to everyone's advantage.
Time to do some real damage.
Ready for the next one.
There's the heart complete, and the vent.
Feel the fury.
Well, now that this is over, I say we all have a stiff drink.
Over? You're just starting. Look to your own Ebon Vanguard.
You'll be feeling that one for
fill its
days.
ranks like flies in a harpy nest.
The renegades are scattered. We've done what we came here for.
We've got POI over here we missed somehow. I blame you guys. You distracted me by doing an indeterminate, undetermined thing. So, yeah. Cut that out. Couldn't have been my fault. I'm the streamer. That is 96%, so we've got like 2 or 3 things we're missing. Should be a heart and a waypoint. That's it. Do we have visuals? There's the waypoint. There's the heart. No, that guy will show me where the heart is. Okay. We come down here, we hit that, cross, and get the heart. Wrong action. Right action. I believe it was southwest. It was. Oh, yeah, it's the one right next to the... right across the bridge from the ogres we did. Right. I do so detest invisible walls. I think this is the guy we need to talk to. Did I miss one in town? Not impossible. gate. Leading me to think I missed one in town, which would be silly.
As part of our truce with the Char, the legions have moved back.
Just managed to not see it. I believe that's one that's got separatists and renegades fighting each other, and yet we have to go in rather than just letting them kill each other. We have to kill them both. Maybe it's just the renegades? Yeah, maybe it's just renegades.
To feel the fury.
Kicking. Renegade ass. Missed me. Just mowing down Char. Bad kitty. That's a lot of crits. Missed me. Missed me again. Stupid Char. Oh, 2 or 3 more, and we'll have the map complete in an hour and 20 minutes. And we'll see if we can get a key. And if we get a key, if we can get anything good from our key. Oh, that is a multiplier effect, making it not entirely likely. Find out in a sec. Part complete. Do we get a key? We get a key. Dun, 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 dun. Let us dismiss ourselves to... those are not improvements in the way of my gloves, so... Deconstruct, 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 deconstruct. And put there and deconstruct. We will hit the Mistlock Sanctuary. We'll buy a Black Lion chest. Definitely should have invested in those. Those are currently selling for 40 copper a pop. They were 10 copper a pop, like, I don't know, a month ago? Month and a half. That would have been a pretty good return on investment. Are they on again? God. Black Lion chest. Oh, look. Oh, back down to 30. They were up to 41 yesterday, I think. And if, it's just not showing up at all. All right. 3 gold from stuff we sold. Yeah, they were 41 yesterday. Volatile. This time I remembered to actually pick it up. That's really unusual for me. Most of the time I get halfway to wherever I'm going, I have to turn around and run back to grab the item I forgot to pick up. That's congratulations on finishing out a map. Thank you, Tyrian Explorer Society. It was a delight. I already had 3 in my inventory. Now I feel silly. So, we will get guaranteed 2 Black Lion statuettes. We will get 2 commons. Good ones are the unlocks. Might not be quality item unlocks we'll get dealt with, but it's fun because the promise is very high and low. Die packs if we get quite lucky. The crafting mats because we're looking at making legendaries. The others have some value or almost none for things like the 5 orbs, which I have 212 in the bank. Used but a couple of times. So, yeah. We have a 10% chance that we will get an uncommon or better. The current uncommons, the Abyss Stalker set, is actually pretty base, looks like. Glowy, blue. Hard to go wrong with glowy. We already have the Stormpiercer's spear skin, which is a pretty cool one. I like that one a lot. The Mystic Visionary cape is a nice cape. Not my color scheme, but I'm sure I could work with it. The other, in the rares, we've got the Snow Garden Longbow set, or Snow Garden set, which I have to admit is not, because it's purely seasonal. You know, it looks all Christmassy. It's got snow and what looks like, not quite holly, but some kind of growth on it. So, yeah, it's not my favorite set. I frankly would rather have one of the Abyss Stalker skins than one of the Snow Garden. I wonder what the current prices are. So if we look up Abyss Stalker skins. The cheapest ones are 9 gold, which is pretty low. The most expensive one, which I think I've got, yeah, I do. Sword skin is 35. Winter Garden, on the other hand, the lowest is 15 and the highest is 30. Basically, it looks like about the same range, a little bit lower on the low end for the uncommons, but I like those better. So if I get anything, get lucky. Then there's the super rares, which of course I never get. I will click open. What happens, we will get a common here, and hopefully we'll get a 5th box to pop up here, and that means we got an uncommon or better. That is a 1 in 10 chance, so not real likely. But if I can get an unlock, I'll be satisfied.
Mine. All
Did
mine.
not get an unlock. Got a die pack. Could get lucky. We also got a Tyrion exchange voucher. Those and the Black Lion statuettes will go into the bank. Let's see what we get out of the die pack. Now, it used to be you were far less likely to get one of the exclusives out of the die pack, but they changed it now. All of these dies have equal chance. I have all the common dies. I have all of the uncommon dies. I have all of the rare dies. I have a lot of the exclusives, but do we have all of the exclusives in this pack? This is the Prime Mortis kit. I might have one or two that I don't have. We have all of them. But if we get an exclusive, we can at least send it off to our alt account. They probably don't. If they have it, then we'll end up in the guild bank. We got an uncommon. Grapefruit. It's important you don't dye your clothes with this while you're eating certain medicines, taking certain medicines. You don't want to use grapefruit dye. As an old guy aside, that's an actual thing. There's certain medicines you don't want to eat grapefruit with, and it negates their effectiveness. But we'll send this off to the alt account. If the alt account has it, it ends up in the bank. Or any of my guildies can help themselves. Well, what is up with the yawns tonight, man? I got a decent night's sleep. I don't want to return to my previous map. Where would I like to go and start working through another map? Probably Gendarn Fields is big and a pain in the ass. Oh, we've done part of Kessex. Probably should do Kessex. We're gonna do Kessex. Sure. We'll start there. I can feel another yawn. I don't know what the hell is up with the yawns. I actually think that it's because of the amount I talk. That I don't breathe enough. So I have CO2 buildup. It's What I've read, that's what causes yawning. Of getting rid of extra CO2. That accurate? I don't know. Makes me feel better about the fact that it's not me. It's not because I'm old.
You must like pain.
I like when I can kill them before they finish their utterance.
They aren't so tough.
Well, no, not if I'm filling them full of hot lead.
I need some backup.
I like the other player there. Sees how fast I'm killing things, so he's just tagging them.
I need backup.
That's another level for me.
Get over here and help me.
That's 6 levels tonight. Power and precision. And another player. That's Clown Paradox. I can't complain about that either.
Let's take a
The
break.
less said about
My
this,
feet
the
are
better.
killing me.
Yeah, Clown Paradox.
You must like pain.
And Excessus Volmund.
They aren't so tough.
Feel the fury.
That's the heart complete.
Only
I'll let these guys take care of the rest of the killing. For the event. But we've got to grab a vista. I can see my house from here. Yeah, I agree. Long live O2. Because without it, we wouldn't long live. We would instead soon die. I need that hero point. And for some reason, the longer I stream, and I assume it's probably related to me talking as well, I tend to get my sinuses swell, which strikes me as weird, inexplicable, and weird. In that order. Come on.
Feel the fury.
Missed me. You're losers. Trio of losers, actually. More bags of filched goods. Iron. Iron logging. Do I look like I use iron tools? Maybe the local peons use iron tools. I prefer dark steel. First of all, because it's better. And second of all, it sounds really edgy and cool. I'm sorry, dude. There is no heart here, so you have to stay dead. Sorry. It's not fair, but that's the way the game goes. Oh, is anyone fighting? The thief? No, they're not. There is a dead NPC, I think. Yeah, a dead NPC. The champions are tough but doable, although not soloable by me. The legendaries who follow them, however, are horrifyingly annoying. They're just awful. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, for those of you who've played Secrets of the Obscure, you'll note that, hey, the Wizard's Tower is still there. You know, you've got future and past. Where
This place is
this
fantastic.
characters in
We should get elementals to help
amounts
out
to
in our
past
city.
You work in a
for the game,
If a bunch of elementals showed up to do
and in the
Step
future
up,
at an
workers. I'm
thinking of
indeterminate,
moving.
You need to learn how to handle
undetermined
this
exact
element.
time,
We have a
like
taker.
putting on a show for
Those of you on the
I
sidelines,
like my
pay attention.
privacy.
the wizard's tower vanishes. Whoops!
Divinity's Reach, maybe. Might join the carnival there.
Well
You
done.
make
Well done.
no sense.
Did you see that, workers? That's how you do it.
It's as simple as that. If you've got 2 guns, you just keep firing them until the bad people fall over. I wasn't even really a bad person. That was just a summoned elemental that I had to beat up. Didn't want to. Had to.
Another personal victory.
Yet another level? That's 7 levels tonight. More hero points. Let's see. What do we have in the way of rings? Rings on our fingers and bells on our toes. Let's see. 12 power, 15 power. Guess what? 15 is greater than 12. Just math, guys. It's just math. You can grab some strawberries. Sure, why not? I'm a dedicated gardener in that I have collected strawberry seeds, which I had not done so far. Strawberries. Let's throw that away. The dandelion bloom. There are a few things in the game I detest more than I hate the dandelion blooms. It's just that they're constantly clogging up inventories everywhere. I really wish that's one of the things I wish they would just give us 2 copper. Hell, just get rid of it entirely. We don't need the copper. Just get it out of our bags. Invisible walls. What are you gonna do? Also not a fan of invisible walls, but I understand that in some cases they are needed. But we hates them. Help Carrie do something. Back to her mother in Overlake Haven. Oh, I drew the full attention of a bear. We have another vista down here. These events are leftovers from Living World Season 1. Especially fun ones, either. Alright, we're going in. It's a suspicious mound. Oh, it's a destroyer
Time to do
crabland.
some real damage.
Yep. Looks like this cave's got a case of crabs. Getting all these volcanic rocks in here, you just need to turn those into
Feel the fury.
NPC outside. It will give you hard progress, so you don't have to go all the way through the cart. But there is POI down here. Right way for it. I think so. Yeah, it is down here. Let's mount up. Get out of the wall clinging for a second. Grab the POI in here. Can be a troublesome one to get to if you don't have a mount. Now, a friend of mine who is suffering from a rather severe form of being insane, he did full map completion. Full map completion. Without using a waypoint or a
pleasant greeting.
The mounts, you can understand, because, I mean, anyone who ever got one before mounts came into the game, if they ever got map completion, that's how they did it. Did it the old-fashioned way. But without using waypoints? Man, it's not rational. It's crazy. He was doing it a second time, too, I think, when he got distracted by another game.
More refugees. If this keeps up, we'll have to move into the mist.
I'm sure the dragons would love that.
He was trying to do it deathless, but he had a couple of times where he was like working on jumping bubbles or something.
You see the toxic shark they pulled out of the lake the other day?
I did.
Mount.
It had teeth bigger than my
Falling was
youngest
the
progeny.
likeliest thing to kill him. And it did a couple of times. Not a bunch, but a few times. Got another yawn incoming. Again. So embarrassing. Did we get more hero points? Yeah, we did. Got a long ways before we're going to hit 71 and get our next mastery line. So we can go ahead and preparation, deception, finishing out tricks. Let's finish out tricks. Because tricks are for kids. My standard, or one of my standard approaches to doing a map comp, is to do all the way around the edge of the map, sort of spiral I used to do that when I was a kid, using felt tip pens for coloring. I would do it in that orderly fashion. I would start at the outside and spiral in. Not obsessively, but that was my standard way of doing it. The collapsing of the destroyer Fisher, well, I got partial credit for. Pus shrooms. Really, it's so hard to find good pus shrooms these days. Have you noticed? Most of the time when you do, you get an undead grub.
Feel the fury!
Shadowheart helped. Is there an NPC here actually named Shadowheart? I have a gourd. I'm off my gourd. I've now filled my gourd with water, which I can use.
Thank you so much.
To clean the corrupted shrubberies. In this case, by shrubbery, of course.
It's appreciated.
I mean the sprouts. Or the salads, the broccoli. We have many names.
I'm grateful.
The Silvari. Here. Drop that. Gotta drop it, and we're gonna stop shrooms. Hush shrooms, hush shrooms.
Feel the fury!
That one didn't pop out a surprise. It's Poobadoo, ladies and gentlemen. Poobadoo there is a guild mission target. Oh, Shadowheart Site Waypoint. This whole place is called Shadowheart. Oh, interesting.
What's the toughest piece of track?
It's appreciated.
Yeah, I'm just pouring fresh water over their heads, I think. Really only get one charge? Because that makes this really...
I'm grateful.
It does. It's really... Any more corruptoids over here? Yes, there's one.
Thank you so much.
That's quality armor. Thank you so much. Got one more over here. We'll dump it on. Having to carry the water all this way over.
That fulfills my needs. Thanks so much.
I'm glad I could fulfill your needs. That's actually kind of creepy phrasing, sir.
Time to do some real damage.
The scale drakes don't do anything for me. Alright, how about a risen abomination then?
Have at you.
Yeah, that worked. Another heart complete. Looks like we're likely to end up with 8 or maybe even 9 levels tonight. Not a bad evening's progress. Yeah, looks like that's clear. Then in Lichcroft Mirror.
Back me up!
There we go. You have a heart again.
Have at you.
Right. This one, this Rathian here just standing there. And I murdered a veteran.
Your victory will be short-lived.
And my victory will be short-lived, guys. That's just so disappointing. I'm gonna cry. Oops, oh, I just trashed their flag. Is that thing murderable? I guess not. But fortunately, there's always more centaurs to murder. Alright, that building was murderable. I succeeded in the event for dispatching the lieutenants, not to confuse with the right tenants.
Not worth the effort.
Not quite done on this heart, so I need like one more.
Time to do some real
Engineer
damage.
and his siege engine. Another heart, another level. I'm like a machine. In that I'm prone to breaking down. Toxic seedling. Well, one of these will have a goodie. Not that one. That one. 40% complete for the map. This heart's always quite a pain in the ass. There isn't an event going on. There isn't, presently. Oh, just destroying all the punji sticks. I doubt anyone watching this is familiar with what a punji stick is, so I'll enlighten you. It's the name of basically spike traps in the Vietnam War. Usually smeared with unpleasant substances. More toxic seedlings. Once again, we should have one of these should have a goodie in it. And only one. That one. But I am a toxic spore cleaner. As I've cleaned 10 samples, and that was good for an achievement point. There's the pristine toxic spore sample, which is what we were looking for. There's feta le cheese. Nice name. It's one of the, I don't want to say problems, one of the issues you face in creating a new character in Guild Wars 2 is that the namespace is shared. Which means there are millions of character names already taken. So you end up with feta le cheese. It's not even, they didn't even spell feta correctly. Spelled it with 2 T's. Because, I'm guessing, feta le cheese was already taken? With it correctly spelled feta? Ouch. Yeah, 9 is my stun break. Next time the unexploded shot blows up, break stun. Stun broke. Sergeant Yarborough. The water bucket. Which you can use to put out the fires, I think, for more hard progress, but most of the fires are already out. Also, it always seemed a bit tetchy as to whether it was actually going to... Yay, that one actually put out the fire. As to whether it was going to work. And at least we don't have to go back to the water source every time we want to put out a fire. Feta le cheese is back. Someone working on the boss over there. Looks like, yeah, a couple of people are working on the champion boss. No, or planning on it. They're not working on it yet, I guess. I will consider joining them in a second. Champion Rue de Crimson.
Servant of mine, walk this land.
Hit him with a big CC.
Breathe.
Another one down.
I hope I pull through.
Get out. Oh! I was outside of the arc. There, that should not have actually done it. If I can heal back up, I will then try to get
use a hand over
Roubaix
here.
alive. I'm not actually getting much fast advancement. There we go. I'll try to get Bobet up. Although they are, I think, not down, rather dead. Oh, they're respect or
Feel the fury.
what the shit was that? Did he have reflect going? Oh, he's gonna put me away. He is going to put me away. I moved.
Need help here.
Hope that Moa doesn't have a sudden need for a bowel movement, or it will probably be enough to kill me.
Arise, my creation.
Almost there, guys. I'm coming.
Time to do some real damage.
To finish him, though, we may get the legendary. And I'm definitely getting out of dodge for the legendary.
Sweet, sweet loot.
Now I'll never...
Yep, looks like we're not getting the legendary, which is just as well. Nothing we'd be able to do to him. Well, I mean, we could insult him and then have him kill us. So that would be something. You know, this is one of those hearts that's actually just kind of difficult to actually complete. They don't give you enough of the spike pits or regenerate them fast enough. There aren't enough of the unexploded rounds or the fires around. Basically, you just kind of have to scrape to find enough stuff to do. It's not a well designed. Every map has a couple of hearts that are just not well designed. I'm not seeing any fires I can put out. Any more unexploded rounds of ordnance that I can, you know, have them blow me up. Yeah, there's nothing in here I can see. I didn't have the POI though, so that's a plus. Maybe these guys.
I promise a painful end.
Bits I need. I know you can't go too far away and get credit. Now, for instance, I didn't get credit for that one. I moved. Actually, I was inside the area to get credit. So in this case, for instance, I'll have to pull him. Try. And then pull him back to the area where I can get credit.
Just one more confirmation of how great I am.
A dumb heart. Shouldn't have to go through those kind of hoops to get a heart done. No, it's just pointless. I don't know what sort of scripting language or whatever they've got for these sort of things, but really, they needed a dev who has played through all of this stuff recently and knows which of these hearts need some tuning to go in and increase the values you get for the various activities by a point. Percentage would be enough, I expect. Where instead of, make maybe 3% towards hard completion on each of those spike traps, you want to do, maybe it's 4%. Some of them seemingly are designed with, well, you'll be doing events here. No, most of the time the events aren't running. Sadly, that's not accurate. Alright, we've got a POI in a cave over here. We have already got the waypoint. And there's an event completed. Which one was that? Don't know, but I did enough. I got a gold. Grab the POI and then we'll get out of here.
Until next time.
Until next time? You want me coming back? Oh, bandit dude. We have an event going on up up here. Stick our heads into the cave over here. Grab the waypoint. And we'll... Why aren't they attacking? Guess they were, but these two guys were killing everything that was coming to attack. Oh, here come the waves. All right.
Time to do some real damage.
That's 5 out of 7. So for tomorrow, I don't know what the story's going to be. I was planning on playing Marvel Rivals, but it doesn't start for 24 hours and 10 minutes, which is after the time I normally quit my daily stream. So I'm thinking, well, what passes for thinking, that I'll probably just play some Guild Wars 2, and I'll try my luck in Marvel Rivals off stream. Not a game I expect to be particularly proficient at. Most likely, not even one I like all that much. But I'm prepared to admit that that is entirely prejudgment on my part. I don't expect to be good at it. That part is, I think, is accurate. Wow, quiet down there. What was that? My best days at playing first-person shooters are long past. Embroidered coin purse.
Shiny.
Dagger. I think that there. And a corrupted shard. Oops, I sharded myself. Go get that. Throw that away.
Watch the perimeter. Don't let them inside the defenses. We must hold this ground.
Grab that. Centaur waves. Alright, I want to make sure I get some shots in on one of these waves. Where are they coming from right now? 10 waves done. Sure I'm going to get? Yep.
Back me up!
At least get a little bit of credit. I got a gold for that.
Rest up and tend
Seems
to your
unlikely.
wounds. This isn't over yet.
I'm not going to complain. Oh, we're oh so close. We're oh so close to hitting our 9th level tonight. So I'm just going to go ahead and fly over here. Grab this way. And dang. To level 49. We'll go back to the Mistlock Sanctuary, I think. Sell the junk. And I think I'll call it an evening. So, again, for tomorrow, I'm not sure. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Tomorrow, maybe I'm leaning towards probably just another casual leveling stream for Guild Wars 2. And then trying my hand, most likely unsuccessfully, at Marvel Rivals. I'll stream if you're not familiar with Marvel Rivals. It is basically a game similar to Overwatch based on, guess what? Marvel heroes and villains. So a first-person shooter seems professionally and done, and seems pretty good visually, gameplay-wise. I've heard. And that will be starting basically 24 hours from now, 7 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. And then Friday, of course, is what I refer to as the PoE2 Waiting Room. That starts at 11 a.m. Pacific. I will probably be streaming as soon as I get in, as soon as I get through the Q monster, as soon as I defeat the Q monster and get into the game. I will be streaming it. And depending on server uptimes and whatnot, we'll have to see how it goes as to whether I can stream. In the past, I've streamed as much as 8 hours on each of the 3 days of a regular PoE launch, and this is a bigger deal than that. So we'll see as to how it all goes tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, give or take. Q might be pretty big, so we'll see.
Time to
Anyway,
do some real
thank you guys
damage.
very, very much for hanging out, as always. It's genuinely appreciated. Back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and
I
New
could
Zealand.
outrun a centaur.
Probably for Guild Wars 2. Definitely PoE earlier, PoE 2 earlier Friday. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Hope the rest of your Wednesday night goes great, and the rest of your week goes really quickly to get you into your weekend. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.